He was excellent. He told me I had a condition called hip dysplasia, and I was 52 at the time. He said that's just about the time where this would be noticed, right in your early 50s if you have it. Apparently they do test for it now in children because you are born with it. So they do test babies, but back in 1964 they didn't test. So at 52, I'm in a position where I've got bone on bone. I need to get some relief. So what he told me at that point in time was I'd have a 12 to 15 month wait. So I went back to my family doctor and I relayed that information. I said, I can't do a 12 to 15 month wait. I was really scared when I got that information. Knowing how I had deteriorated basically from December 2015 to September of 2016, I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be in a wheelchair. And I didn't know how my life would look, how that would look for my children, for the business I was trying to run. So we decided, let's look elsewhere. I will let you know the surgeon I saw was in Strathroy. And he was a wonderful man. I would have been very happy for him to do my surgery. So I said, let's take a look at Toronto. So Dr. Faulds put my name into Toronto. And I did get a call that October, so just basically a month later, from the Western Hospital. They said they had an opening, please come down. So by November of 2016, I was in Toronto. I saw a surgeon. He said, we'll have you in January or February of 2017. Which was wonderful until I got a call from him and said his funding had been cut. However, I have another colleague who has some openings. Would you be willing to work with him? And I said, absolutely, I would be willing to work with him. So I did have my surgery February 14th, right on Valentine's Day, which is about 9 weeks ago at this point. Yeah, so it was very, very recent, and I am so incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to go to Toronto, that was available for me, and I was also able to make the trip down there because I know that's not a possibility for everyone. I guess the biggest things for me were being younger. It was very scary for me to think at that point in time that I might not be able to get this fixed, that I might be in a wheelchair, and there might be some significant changes to our life. Both my children did come back from school to be able to be with me during this time, so I know it impacted them a lot as well. My family's been very supportive, which I'm also very grateful for, but I know it's been difficult for them to see me not in peak form. I know that's been difficult, and I'll leave. I see mine at 000. I wasn't watching. One comment a friend made to me, because sometimes I think when you're in a position where you're suffering from a lot of pain and you're just trying to keep going, and I had this feeling if I stop, I won't get going again. So I just kept going. And a friend came to me after I had my surgery done. He looked at me and he said, you looked like a slave with all the pain you had before, and now you look like Deborah. And I thought, wow, I didn't even know that, didn't even notice that impact. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives people some hope, and know that there are other options. And thank you very much for listening.